very excited. Kled into Sion is a fantastic pick. You get so many free plays in lane. You have so much movement on the map. These lanes have to play out normally, and I expect the LeBlanc to have push into the Seer as we see it's Yike's 300th game here in the LEC.
Yeah, congratulations to Yike, who's been around for a long time. Yike has been spotted here, likely just putting a ward on the Razorbeaks, looking for that respawn. Skewmond is waiting in the wings just in case Yike goes for the full play.
Yeah, but Yike is one item down here. Yike goes in, actually gets hit by the wall here by Skewmond. He doesn't have the stats to take this fight.
Kindle Gem on Skewmond doing a lot of work. Yike trying to get away with that Aegis of Soul empowered E, but the chasing from Skewmond, flash away from Yike focus as well, won't be enough to get through the upheaval. And Skewmond on the board early here as Yike took a fight that he just couldn't win. Caps looking for more as Yehu will dash across the wall. Caps flashes with the roots and gets the Azir flash out as well.
And it's a nice trade flash there from Caps, but actually Yike can blade, and I think his lane is in a fantastic spot right now. He's gonna have full wave control with his Tiamat as we pan down to bot lane. It's gonna be Skewmond starting this dragon. And I don't think Casey can do anything about it. I think Yike is really on the back foot right now, and Caps is just denying this blue buff.
Exactly, like Yike comes across, Broken Blade already moves from top side. Caps should just be able to jump out of this, lands the chains, distorts over the wall. Blue buff's gonna do a little bit of work, so he has to use the Mimic. He's fine, he'll be able to walk out, as Yike doesn't have his flash either. Broken Blade chips away at Karna, still mounted up. Bear Trap on a rope now dismounts, gets the pocket pistol out, and gives Karna both barrels as he autos him a couple of times. Crystalline Overgrowth helping Broken Blade chunk out that tower much quicker as well. Walks around, autos the tower a couple of times, uses that hyper. And with the Grand Starfall coming in towards the bottom side, Activism is going to land immediately. Focus resolve out from Bucio. He tries to heal up. True Shot Barrage as well, but Unsummer dies underneath the tower. Yike has to flash away. Curtain's open, and they might close on LeBron pretty sharp. She gets out of the curtain call, but Callisto has the autos and will find himself a double in a well-executed dive from KC.
And we talked about it in the Champions League Medic. It's going to be about this bot lane, and
you have a little bit more mobility on the Azir, but Rocket Belt not the largest damage spike as a first item, rather much more used for getting out of impales, getting out of the chains, that sort of thing later on in the game. And there will be 3 grubs going over to G2 to meet up with the fact they already got the Dragon. Tidal Wave coming out, Impale as well. Onto the Grand Starfall out of Yike. Aegis Assault will keep him alive for now, but Skewmond's still on the chase, and those vibrations! Enough from the passive for Skewmond to get the kill. Casey picked this fight and were immediately beat down.
A little bit trigger happy, I think, by Casey, because they saw pressure every single wave, because LeBron had no flash. And Skewmond kind of needs to be there every single wave, or Yike just kills him. So they kind of went top, allowed their bot lane to go top as well, where the objective is, and kind of allowed Skewmond to just take those grubs without the risk of a cross map. So
yeah, and the net gain,
they are willing to take any fight, just because how much stronger the Skarner is compared to Pantheon in a team fight, because Pantheon doesn't have an ult.
Has to flash away from the tidal wave. Skewmond on the chase. Ishtar's impact doesn't find his connection, but Caps jumps forward. The Emperor's Divide gets the knockback, but Caps dashes it with a distortion. Yike's going to burn to Caps. Bucio here to try and catch out Skewmond. As we look for the curtain call as well, Impale wide from Skew, but Cat splashes in and Skew secures the kill. Hunsummer here to join the Barney. Bucio slowed up, and Hunsummer with a mystic shot, and Lebrov's damage will be enough. G2 clap KC on the top side.
And Casey, you're paying the price. He was kind of scared of Yike sidestepping it, shooting into the bush, but it does not matter in the end. He just has too many stats, and now Caps is completely
Chains
unleashed.
go down. Lebrov flashes great shield from Bucio just in time to save his AD carry, but it's a flash burn from Bucio.
It plays soon, because if you just let G2 set up this dragon one more time, you will give over soul.
And you said 5 to 10 minutes. In 5 minutes is that soul.
Yeah, from solo laning, and that is just those tower plays that are so powerful and so valuable that he's been chipping down on.
Sundisk down here from Yehu as Broken Blade goes in with the charge. Should be able to walk away if he wants to, and he's going to do exactly that. Decimating Smash from Karna doesn't find his mark. The Sundisk now falls, and Skewmond's on the flank. Onslaught going out from the Scion as he just tries to retreat. Caps jumps in. A Mantrid Inspire, but Yehu falls lower, and a great Impale will find its mark. G2. They just chase you down.
And look, BB is going top. He says, oh, you have no TP on Scion. Azir is dead. I'm gonna get myself a free little tower as we put down the Herald bot lane right now. You see how fast they're playing the map? They get one pick and instantly translate that into 2 side lane tier 2s.
Yeah. It's setting up the side lanes as well. Caps was up there, getting that wave stacked up, then moves down.
They have done a good job to set themselves up for a position where they actually could contest this dragon. You see Caps stepping in now, and they're gonna have to play this slow. You see BB is on the flank in the bot side. I think a fight could break out any minute right now.
Busio the target here for Broken Blade. Cleanse away from it. Kalist on the backline. Just deleted! He lost that joust in a heartbeat, and it's a Knight's Tale for Broken Blade. Yahoo gonna fall as well, and G2 are just ripping them to shreds. 3 for naught in a heartbeat as Kana tries to get away, but there's no escaping the claws of Skewmond. G2 are teaching Casey a lesson.
They're teaching them how to play the map, they're teaching them how to play macro and 1-3-1 all at the same time. You see, that's why we pick Kled. If you want to force a fight, you just can. You just press the R button and you go in. You saw that Casey had a good position, but due to the combat stats, Broken Blade knew if a fight breaks out, we are just way stronger. So he doesn't need a fantastic engage, he just needs an engage. And he found it for
how you deal with comps like this, and G2 just enacted it to perfection. Double blue orbs blown in the Baron pit there by KC as they look to try and get a small sliver of vision, but they just don't manage to find it. Another one goes down. Hansomer's going to turn his attentions over towards this fight with a tidal wave coming out. The clones gonna block him with Kled on the back like Kalist. Just can't win that battle. The arena is Broken Blades today. Yahoo dashes away. The True Shot Barrage almost takes him out, but it's a defensive Emperor's Divide once again from the KC mid.
I mean, it's just such a clean play. G2 start Baron, and the moment Casey show an interest in contesting it, Broken Blade goes ta-ta-ta-ta and just goes onto Kalist, who is completely isolated in the back down his role, trying to find any semblance of vision in the Baron pit. It's an easy pickup now, and this Baron will also be an easy pickup unless Yai can find another miracle steal.
Camps goes in, can't quite catch onto Yike, but Skewmon and Hansheimer turn their attentions towards the KC jungler instead of the Baron. Now, with the True Shot Barrage going down, Yike falls to a 3rd HP. No way in for him, really. It's got to be a grand start for an Aqua Prism down onto Kano as well. Yike, like he's ulting in here.
They're so
nothing.
cautious, see, they're stopping the damage. They don't want to give it a 50-50 chance. They're turning onto Kana.
Starfall comes in, they dive onto Kano, and the Baron begins to regenerate, and Yike's in the pit, but that Baron is too healthy for him to deal with it. And now Caps can just chase his old teammate down. It's a double for Caps as G2 play the dance around the Baron perfectly.
I mean, the respect by G2 to stop hitting the Baron for 10 seconds.
From G2 so far. And it feels a little bit like we are just singing G2's praises, but I must remind you all, we are 100%. I must remind you all, like KC is 6-0.
Yeah.
KC have been dominating this season. They've beaten Vitality, they've taken clean sweeps against a lot of teams, and for G2, who were struggling at the start of the season, to come in and show this performance in Game 1, it is not being close. From minute 2, minute 3, when that fight started at the Razor Beaks, it has been entirely in G2's control, and you have to give a huge amount of credit to Skewmon in particular for that. He has run the map. As KC are forced back into their base, and with the TPs coming out, I just don't think they can defend.
I mean, Skewmon really has been the bouncer this game. He's let nothing go past him. He's been so strong, as you said. I think that play on the top side was really the main one that solidified the game. As he now goes in, will flash out, but this just will be an easy game finish for G2. They're trying to chase a little bit of extra kills, a little bit of extra KDA for their fantasy stats, but it will be the Nexus falling in the favor of G2 as they draw first blood in the series.
Just an absolute whitewash. An absolute, like, you could have rained off this game and said G2 won it like this and it would have been exactly the same. G2 in a game that really cements their place near the top of the table, absolutely dismantle KC. And for KC, you're looking at it and saying, well, was it draft? Was the Jhin not good enough? Did we need more damage? The early game, of course, was skewed heavily by the fact that you had that shield vault into an Ishtal's impact, and the Skarner just gets a free kill. What do you need to change?
I mean, I think you gotta... Yeah.
Afterwards, and then the Rise is either flashing away in mid lane or he's dead.
I mean, he will die, yeah. If Olaf runs at him, and depends how fast you can proc your Storm Raider search right now.
Problem for Yike as well, his bot lane can't move. Busio's already here, so he's going to have to go across and start up the Krugs instead. Now has to back off because there's a ward over the wall, and when becomes lightning, will dispel his downfall. Above there with the sweeper, though, will allow these Krugs to go over to his jungler, just as Busio tries to steal it with a beat drop.
I mean, we saw last game, it was actually G2 that had pushed in almost every single lane. This time it's KC, and Yike now going for his invade is very well and proactively timed, because he actually now denies one of the buffs from Olaf. And suddenly, while Olaf does win the river all-in against Xin Shao, I think without red buff, he might actually not do that anymore, just because how strong those raw combat stats are in a full all-in. So Yike will try to secure at least one crab here.
Yehu goes in for camp, speed drop as well. There's the high note, Busio comes towards mid lane, gets the kill. Skewmon looking for the chase here. Yehu holding on to his flash, and Skewmon won't land the second undertow.
I'm gonna show this clip next time I support.
Movement speed here, making it much harder for Lebrov to actually get his mitts on the enemy support.
So see a little bit of trading in mid. See already a healthy goal lead being attained top, but that's a bad portal.
The magical journey! It's a journey to nowhere. Lebrov killed off by Kalist. And the Ashe Seraphine combination coming up. Jumps once again as Camps has to flash away. Yehu's still holding on to his flash. Skewmon looking for the chase, and we'll find it with the reckless swing.
I swear when I see Cavs play, I don't know if he's predicting or seeing all these little health bars happen in real time, as now it is Yike going on to Cavs, and that was personal.
Skewmon's chasing though. Can he get in range for an undertow? I don't think so.
Ooh, I think he can. I think he can.
Yike doesn't have the movement speed from the Scuttle Crab. He's got his top laner moving down, misses the wind becomes lightning. Undertow goes wide.
Oh, don't chase
Skewmon, doesn't really want to chase too much further. Look at the kill before. Yike heals up though, and with the Q3, Skewmon healed up with a Caretaker's Shrine, won't be enough. Yike still low as his enemy jungler has fallen. Broken Blade comes across and picks up the kill and takes himself a buff out of it too. They'll chase onto Kana, magical journey. Kana backed in the right spot to just walk away. Oh, is that top lane? You said that Mercury Treads plus Phage would be the angle for Broken Blade. When he's close, he's already got those Merc Treads. Phage on its way as Yehu here is just going to Realm Warp out. And Lebrov once again just moving away from that bot lane. Still level 3 on the Bard with how much he's been out on the map. Now level 4.
Just hit level 4 now, but now Hansama is left completely alone due to that rotation.
I know, cleanses away the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Meanwhile on the top side, Broken Blade looks for the wallop into the house, needs another or 2 autos and doesn't get the second on the bot side. It's a high note and drops Hansama as Kalist and Busio very easily just died that.
And with that Enchanted Crystal Arrow was just an easy pickup here. As Hansama tries to cleanse it and tries to kind of play under his tower. But you see how well KC are reading the turret aggro. They actually wait for the tower acceleration damage to fall off, and then they re-engage. If they just kept committing to that dive.
And KC with these pushing lanes have just been able to get advantages all over the map. And a lot of it sitting in that bot side. A 1 point's enough.
I think he just needs his cannon minion to level up to level 6, but Kana eats forward.
Broken Blade goes in with the Gnar, gets the stun against the wall. Wallop there for the follow-up, chucks a house at his back. Yike is on his way across. BB needs to hit. This doesn't. Kana with a good fancy.
And the moment you have fleet movement speed, you have Mercury Threads, and eventually a Phage as well, you can dance around them another.
There's the encore follow-up. Busio with the beat drop. A magical journey there for Hansama, and he doesn't get out in time. Busio goes on a killing spree. He's picked up 3. That's 1 more than G2 in there. How do you mitigate this? How do you actually stop them from managing to have such a massive advantage? Yehu here caught out with a magical journey. The chase comes in from Skewmon. Busio here to try and help out. Ace in the whole magical journey, take it away, and as you say,
that's not home.
He took a one-way ticket trip.
Great catch there by Kalist will secure them so much pressure in the coming 3 minutes, as now maybe he's caught off guard here. You don't want to go into the jungle there, man.
Ghost and he has Splash, but can he get away from the rampaging Olaf? The answer is a decided no. As Skewmon taking matters into his own hands. That's the only way you can see him. A Cosmic Binding finds him. Still through the flash. The encore gets the double charm. A double beat drop for the double root as well, but with an ace in the hole here for the follow-up. Seraphine song is sung.
Rice is coming in as well.
But yeah, Kalist then does get 600 gold, but still, he's cut it by 200. He will be second Drake of the game for KC as well.
But that's the thing with the Grubs, right? If you have one, I love how Skewmon is playing around his bot lane. You saw it game 1 as well, where Hus is acting as the bouncer. He goes a little bit wide here. It's actually
Cosmic Binding into the stun. Yehu able to walk away from the Tibbers though, and a Ragnarok comes out. The flash from Yike gets the knock back under the tower, and even with the Ragnarok, you can't survive though. Skewmon taken out. Kana here as well, as you say, to secure that kill. Lebrov has to flash, otherwise he will not see the light of day. The chasing from Cass as Yikes oversteps. Yehu still going in. Tibbers trying to get in the way of the overload. The Rune Prism finds him, and an auto's enough. Tibbers gets angry, but Yehu gets paid.
Oh, Yike was really cheeky there. He was trying to put a pink ward on carries.
I
So
get that.
you see Caps already hovering around there as well. If Casey wants to push his mid and then walk in, but I don't think it's going to be that easy for them.
Kana gets a move from the bottom side. He
TP
jumps in.
now,
Skewmon, there's a TP from BB. Hansama on the backline has to flash away from the weirding. BB TP's in. Ace in the hole from Hansama. BB has the Mega, lands the wall up onto Yike. Mikhails cleanses it away, but with a Gnar follow up in the 10, but Fate G2 find one. Ragnarok out from the Olaf. Good cosmic binding. LeBron has the Mikhails himself out. Broken Blade getting absolutely rattled down, and Kana finds a double. A good cosmic binding from LeBron will keep him alive for now, but KC turn it around, take 3 out of the fight.
And I'm surprised Caps didn't find a good ult there because it looked so good for G2. You find the initial pick onto Yike, and suddenly there's no jungle, you can just run back. And this will be the soul point for Casey now coming into the next Dragon.
It will be. Caps, congratulations. 4,000 assists in the LEC. The 4th player the next millennium.
But you know, like, that's what you thought about Kadim in the NBA as well, and no one break his points record, but then LeBron kind of did that. But I don't think we're going to see another Hilly coming anytime soon, as G2 is pushing a little bit of pressure here onto the top side here, wants to get his tower down. Labrov, so competitive integrity, Medic. I'm not sure if you want to break Hillesang's death record in a year.
I'll try my hardest, but these guys are that much better than I am.
I'm sure you would.
And Chargers from Kalis. Mikhails was available here for Labrov, and he didn't preemptively use it. He dies for that mistake. And KC find their 12th. Now with Rift Tower being put down in the mid lane, Skewmon just looking to get the charge. And won't be able to do so. KC will take it down before he gets the charge to the turret.
Walking up here, he's quite alone, but he's Bard, he'll probably be fine.
Should have the magical journey. Skewmon waiting around the corner to see if he can find
is still
anyone.
down though, so
Skewmon needs to get out here. LeBron unable to help him. A beat drop there, stun for the follow-up. Skewmon lands the undertow. Hansama standing, waiting in the wings. Good cosmic binding, but not really too much LeBron can do in this situation. Has to be scared of Yehu. Baron an option for KC. But with 5 members still on the enemy team, they can't go for it. Mikhails onto Yike as the Tippers came down for the stun. Does give a little bit of a heal, and Yike is able to use the blast cone.
for G2 to actually win that fight, so they need to pay attention to him.
Big eyes on his inventory as well. Phantom Dancer, Kraken, and Hex Optics already complete for Kalis as they look to try and shut him down before the fight can start. Encore, out cleanse. Cleanse from Hansama in the chase. With the Ragnarok from Skewmon, big eyes on Kalis. G2 followed that mantra to a T. An ace in the hole means that Busia flashes away, but the flash undertow sends Seraphine to the depths. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Broken Blade dashes out of the 10, but Fate and still gets the kill onto Kana in a 2v1. The Gnar well and truly online now. And the DSL connection that KC seems to be playing with is intermittent. G2 take 4 off the map in a matter of seconds. And for KC, it's all falling apart.
And G2 pulled the map back from absolutely nothing. A great pick onto Kalista mid, just Sky opens the map. Yeah, and here Busi actually walks up into the auto-attack range. And now Hansama says, my ult. And then as he flashes out, Skewmon says, oh, and my axe. And just collects him at the back end here as BB puts on an absolute show here. Jumps out of the Bard ult, picks up Kana, runs away, and as Yike goes in, flashes the Crescent Guard, allowing Caps to just come in and lock Yike down for an easy pickup. It's just hands gap. A fantastic display.
Exchange. G2 don't want to go any further, don't know who's behind it, but that's the Crescent Guard used just because of the threat of the Vikings.
And Hansama was in base. He was
magical journey over onto Yike. They're going to chase him down. They'll get the stun. The encore too late. Everyone's left the concert already as Kalis tries to step forward and is met by a Tibbers. Skewmon chasing Yehu. Bruiser gets his kill across the wall. A Realm War finds you. Only the Underrealms there for Yehu as he's taken out. And G2 kill off the enemy jungler, kill off the enemy mid, and now are looking towards that most ultimate of prizes, both in Riftbound and in League, the Baron buff.
But look, they have all these traps set up here. Kana takes a little bit of a peek, tries to see what happens here, because G2 is a little bit low. It's difficult to
tell anymore. G2 do have to call out the Baron. Well played by KC to force that happening. Kana should be able to get out with it between worlds through the Gnar into the wall. He doesn't have an escape path left. LeBron here, a magical journey into Temper Fate catches 2. Hansama puts down a trap and the Seraphine will eat it up. Now Kalis has to try and turn his attention to anyone that he can kill before he goes down. But the answer is null point for the Petit Prince.
And it's complete carnage in the favor of G2. They just turned it on these last 4 minutes. They have been finding pick after pick after pick, and it once again comes down to a Baron start, and Yike is there, but Cat says, no sir, you are not getting another Baron steal into your montage today. We will mark you and we will defeat you before you even step foot into the pit. I gotta give them like a lot of praise, because I feel like the way they have been playing the map, not just this game but also game one, just looks so fluid. They're so aware of everything that needs to happen.
Busio tries to MKOs and flash away, but still Cap's there with the follow-up damage from the Disintegrate. The stun landing means that now KC have to play without their talisman.
And they have free grub spending. They might just push for the base here.
They've got the Baron buff as well for the next 4 waves. Ace in the hole, blocked by Yike. Broken Blade pushing in mid, but no one can stand in the way of G2 when they set their eyes on this bot lane tier 3. It will be raised, and G2 raising the intensity of the fight at the top of the table, it seems. They continue to push forward, KC. The Aurora isn't here, just got back from their recall from the top side, and G2 begins to back away. Mikhail does Caps. Between worlds goes Kana, Caps goes unstoppable, and Kana yo-yos his way back. But he's pinged and he's ponged out in the air by G2. A follow-up from Broken Blade as Kalista is broken up.
Oh my god!
Legolas, Unsummer really has the damage now as Kalista tries to step forward. The Flash Cosmic Binding not enough from LeBron, and G2 still with 4 strong. Only the bot lane from KC still stands here to put up a blue wall, but G2, they're sending them crumbling down. A tempered fate comes out, flashed away by Kalist, but the Nexus is bare, and bare are the hopes of KC of going undefeated. G2 rout them in 2 in this best of 3.
What a showing by G2 today. I think Skumon just woke up and chose violence, and I think it's a repeat of the LEC versus finals, where Skumon against this KC just looks completely unleashed. His Skarner performance in the game 1, and now his Olaf to boot in this game 2 just carried so much of the burden that was shouldered on to G2.
You can vote for one of those G2 players in your key.
For your Nocturne and you're chilling.
Okay, as we have a moment, Leandri's Sai on top lane.
Oh no.
Leandri's Sai on top lane, dude.
I like the innovation, and I think, but does Karma really want to face check? And Nautilus that's just standing here as the bouncer. Really good early heal by Alvaro, gets them out of that situation, but now suddenly it's Elioya's turn to have fun, and he's walking into this jungle with Alvaro backing him up.
Shroud of Darkness, there's the Fear Tether as well, will force Elioya away. Focus resolve from Alvaro into the Mantrid in a flame, takes Isma down to 200 HP, and now his jungle is forfeit. We have seen this guy is off the charts in mid.
If you watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure as a really funny reference, this is actually the stat of the Star Platinum stand. He's just the best in every single category.
Flash from Jun lands the root. Jackie's there for first blood. Super trying to do the damage because of all will Archangel forward. Jojo Pyun with a laser, but not too much mana to back it up. Yoya looking for that Vault Breaker back in, but the safe has not been cracked, and then Vault Breaker will not find anyone. They will get the scuttle. Yeah. But they're just proving me wrong.
But in the end, he can just look at the enemy laners, right, and see if they have 2 grubs. You can see the debuff or buff under them.
That is true.
So Elioya will use his extra timer to invade blue buff, considering Nocturne was spending a lot of time topside. Will be difficult.
In, Paranoia on towards the backline. Blast Cone has been used. Noah there. Cease and desist onto him, and Arcane Storm as well out of from Jojo. Jun is low. Jackie's here to join the party, but Super's here to back it up. Jackie's needs to get out, looking at that dash across with perfect execution. Focus, resolve, not gonna find him. R2. Effective there from Jackie's to get out. Noah having to dash out as well as Elioya continues to chase in. True Shot Barrage won't find its mark. And in the end, Giant X are able to escape the clutches of MKOI.
I mean, it's just a good invade by
Jackie's is back, Jackie's is back. Alvaro hit with the shuriken, and Jackie's electrocutes him to death.
That's just a greedy base.
Yep.
Surely they can have a ward right there, and you're just basing in front of an Akali that's steeping back, so greedy by Alvaro, will pay with his life, as now Mirwin is
the force, at least that second one.
Yeah.
Now goes back, has a Face's Ashes. Jackie's being shepherded by Jun in the mid lane to make sure that he can get this push in the hard matchup. Alvaro, though, with no flash and with Isma on the flank, not enough CC out of Jun. If he's 6, that is a very dead Karma. She'll hate, but nothing too much more, as you say. Isma here is on vision, and Elioya has a blast cone if he wants to make his way into the pit.
You have to face check a Nautilus though,
Yeah.
that is really tricky.
Nautilus with ult as well. Alvaro is the one to do the face checking, route into the snap trap, into the paranoia, and Alvaro goes bye-bye. Flash from Isma looking for the fear tether as well, and we'll find it. An auto attack with the staggering blows enough to lock the Vi on the spot. As Giant X are now 4-0 up, they do need to retreat with an Arcane Storm there for the chase. The equalizer down as well. Mirwin burns down Jun, he'll look for more. Jackie dives in onto the backline. Super the ace in the hole will be enough to keep him alive. Blocked by his teammates and the barrier there to boot. MKOI find 2 and immediately Giant X.
This Rumble Vi combo because that does a lot of damage.
Also, it was a while ago, but we're talking about the swap shenanigans from GX. Moving no
MKOI is still actually, I mean, they're dead even right now, but the fact that they have 2 dragons is such
Jojo.
a boon. And now Cyan with the teleport that he has saved.
Jojo has no flash, and with the paranoia down, there's no escape for Victor. A glorious evolution leads to a rapid death as Jackie tanks the tower and dodges.
Oh, look at it, Yoya, he's coming in here, but
flying.
maybe won't be in range.
Mega Blast Cone not taken by Jackie's. Jun now the target for Elioya. Depth charge down, hook landing as well. Noah there with the snap trap. Jun will go down. Super able to arcane shift his way away. And Elioya and Super extricate themselves in the situation. And Elioya is looking to crack through the vault. A cease and desist. The story told. Noah flashes. Barrier out. But Elioya with the denting blows. A flash enough to take the kill. The tower, though, still ramped up. Will make it a 1-for-1.
Elioya finds a crazy angle. That was it. Now the Herald is spawning. Elioya will try to pick that up as the paranoia goes out, and looks like Mirren will be the target here.
Yeah, Mirren no flash. We talked about how susceptible Rumble is to that paranoia in his little yordle brain. Gets caught happening. They found enough bandages, they've slapped them on, and they said, okay, let's get Jackie's into a position where he can truly carry this game, and they're looking for Jojo towards the top side. Who's here with him? It's Jackie's again, the bolt breaker. Held from Elioya. Jojo unable to get there in time, and perfect execution. Perfectly executed by Giant X. They find the hook as well. They won't go forward because there's TP coming in.
Look at the equalizer.
Lot is low on mana. The equalizer will come out, catches Jun, he dredge lines away, flashes as well to try and survive, to fight another day. Lot won't have that luxury as MKOI do manage to fight back. But while this is happening, Kate is going to town on the mid lane.
He's going! Hey, where are you going?
It's ride or die for Elioya, and it's ride or dive. It seems a great dodge from Jackie's, but a cease and desist there for the follow-up. Cease and desist, Elioya. That's too deep. Giant X walk away, and the Rift Herald won't even get a charge. They'll have their time with the tower, but Noah takes a full turret in mid.
I mean, Elioya just takes the Herald straight to the enemy towers, and you cease to exist right there. As Super now is looking at the Noah, goes very wide.
Super has no mana. He has enough for the autos, but you don't need
doesn't
mana
need
for
medic.
those. Jojo there for the follow-up as Super. The True Shot Barrage did not find its mark, but Jojo's there for the cleanup.
Or maybe a Surreal Loss I can see as well would be the
true,
itemization. There is a
Scion.
tanky Scion. I will say Super has his work cut out for him. There's going to be an Akali and a Nocturne diving him every single fight. Maybe Jojo can be the decoy you were highlighting before.
Cease and desist there for the follow-up. Isma just able to walk away from the fear. The Chaos Ray. Jojo looking for more. Elioya tried to flash forward, but wasn't able to close the gap. Maybe was flashing away from a hook that I didn't quite see on the top side of the screen because Jun was on the collapse. Oh, the dive in from Jackie's goes on to Super, and ace in the hole. He arcane shifts away and has to use the barrier. Mirwin there, not to body block. A True Shot Barrage goes through. Jun Jackie's dodges to the side of it. But the flash used from Jackie's and a barrier used from Super position. Doesn't have a Seekers, importantly, on this Akali, so without the flash, he is much more susceptible to death. The paranoia out. Flash away from Alvaro, flash depth charge onto Super, doesn't go through as he's able to dodge across the wall. Alvaro was falling to Isma with the fear going down, he will. The equalize on the backline though means that Jun's gonna die to a Chaos Storm. Elioya on the chase, Super survives, MKOI! Team fighting for their lives and taking Giant X's! Perfect play by MKOI as they take down 4, and the Drake no longer their target, instead the Baron lies ahead.
I mean, it's a great team fight by MKOI. You can see how synchronized they are, falling back at exact moments. And on the other side, why did GX not go in all at the same time? You saw the paranoia come out, you saw the depth charge getting cancelled, and then it's
got a Baron buff, all these extra minions pushing in. MKOI crack through that mid lane, and they're going to take the Drake alongside it. A 3,000 gold lead. Jackie's relegated to a side lane. He's trying to get towards his next item. Congratulations to Mirwin with 1,000 assists now in the LEC. And perhaps looking to add one more tally to the W side of his win-loss column. A Paranoia and ace in the hole there as well for the follow-up. They'll look for the kill on Elioya, but he's just able to go back in. Has the Inspire! The shields, the equalizer on the back line as well, forces Giant X away. A couple of ultimates used, but it doesn't matter too much for MKOI because even after that play, they can just take a couple of tier 2s and then back away if they so desire. Instead, they continue this relentless march because Jackie's is still in that side lane. He's still top, does have the TP, but nowhere really to go. A couple of wards behind, perhaps, that he could TP to.
I mean, Jackie is just spit pushing, blasting payphone in his inners right now because he knows he cannot even team fight against MKOI. They cannot fight below these towers. You know, the siege of MKOI is so powerful, and with an Akali, you can't really hold against all this range that MKOI's.
Elioya, who has, although his scoreline betrays him, been on form at finding picks when he's in this sort of form, and when Super has this much positioning on the map, he does die to Jackie's. I thought he'd survive there, but Jackie's taken down in response. The problem now for Giant X is, yes, you've traded there. Most can get
I think you need it at this point. I think you need an Akali on a flank. For GX to win a team fight, they need this Akali
to get out. He's probably going to jump. He doesn't really have many targets here. Could look for Super, but doesn't have the vision on him. Paranoia's onto Alvaro, but your jungler's dead. That was... Like, we praised this.
Is still a big meatball. He can go up here and take a lot of space.
His ultimate's back up as well, importantly.
Jojo's trying to mark Jackie's, but he might just end up missing him.
Who's marking Mirwin? He's on vision now. Lot's going to have to mark him. Noah taken down. True Shot Barrage comes out as well.
And he's still a 50-50. He's masking Paranoia in here, so they need to force the fight right now.
Equalizer down onto Noah, and no one is marking Mirwin. Mirwin finds the kill. He collapses the arc that was meant to carry Giant X to safety. A double for Mirwin, and I'll say it again, Giant X, you knew he was there.
They have all the information in the world, but in the end, who can he send to mark him? The Akali's on the other side. Is Lot gonna walk up there and mark the Rumble? Suddenly, then they just get on this Rumble. TP on the bot lane was the game saver, and I think he deserves a lot of praise for his performance here today.
Agreed.
Hold up. So if there is a comeback fight for GX, it has to come at the back of a fantastic flank by Jackie's.
Man, there's so much shielding. Paranoia's in onto Jojo, puts down the gravity field, flashes away, and now you see Isma, even with the GA, she's going to eat up that Arcane Storm. An equalizer there too to try and burn through them. Cease and desist in. Elioya can see the win in his eyes, and he's not letting anyone escape. Jackie's tries to get onto the back line, but Elioya's there to clean him up. And even though Jackie's can take out Jojo, Giant X can't kill off MKOI.
It is not enough, sadly, for the GX team as MKOI win the fight and now place their eyes towards the nexus of GX as they're looking for a dominant 1-0 start in this series.
It was a messy affair, but it's on the home soil of Madrid that MKOI go 1-0 up. We'll see if they can continue that form. It was not clean though.
It was very messy. The early game needs a lot of work, and here you also highlight exactly why you need that Nautilus band if you want to play these enchanters. The Karma was really struggling to find vision anyway without getting caught out by Jun on this Nautilus, so thankfully that is gone now, and I would love to see them maybe go into a little bit more of an engage for Alvaro, because I think he didn't look that comfortable on the Karma, at least in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, I agree. It continues his 100% win rate though, 3-0. We know you kind of like Ryze. You can't pick Ryze, right? Because Nivea's so good into it. Instead, it's just going to be the Azir. A solid front to back comp from Giant X. They have 2 strong damage dealers.
You got to give him one.
Yeah, you know, he levels up a little bit. Mirwin, Super, and Alvaro all with 200 games now in the LEC. Have played together for all of those games.
If he does not, then that's a big chunk, a big stun, and a big trade win for the Renekton. So a bit of a mind game, similar to the Fiora matchup.
Jojo goes for the flash rods. He's just an egg.
He's just egg maxing right now.
Oh, Jojo. He's
baiting.
He's baiting.
Wait, he's a genius.
It's a genius egg bait. Jackie.
Wait, he's a genius.
Oh my God, Jojo.
Wait.
I can't believe I doubted you, dude.
For the Titanic as well, it's you don't have egg mates. Just
yeah, but he's got Elioya.
Oh, they both start with E.
No egg, just a yo-yo.
Yeah. No yolk, just yo-yo.
Good one.
Yeah,
good one.
you.
Here we go. Jackie should just be able to shifting stands out.
Jojo is making me really nervous.
Oh, he goes in. Jojo flashes away.
But he's way too good at it. He's just way
Josecito!
good.
Giant X will use this time to take a Drake. And Yoya is level 6. Is he? He can't really flag and drag in here. There's Emilio standing in your way, and a good Emilio will knock you back.
I think he used the knight to re-enter on Jun, but he actually goes
flag
for it.
And drag in the Impale. Just going to pull back Yoya. A bailout. Can he kill Jun in time? The answer is no.
He can super
and we'll get him afterwards. A good double flash rods once again as Super begins to dance on him. A double with the stand United. Noah slowed. And Super won't go any further.
So Isma did a nice play there. He walked
in towards the mid lane.
He really wants to use this window where Stand United is down to make an impact on the map, because this is
Jojo
really his only time.
With the dominance, flashes over the flash frost. Ruthless Predator there for the stun. And now the egg is going to be swiftly scrambled by Giant X. They use the Impale to make sure they get it. Elioya flashes forward. There's the Cataclysm follow-up. Alvaro with a flash of his own into the handshake and a hostile takeover. Will take over Lot's body. MKOI get their third on Kalista. Their opposition.
So Merwin does now have Stand United, which I reckon...
Oh, that was cool from Jackie's, but the follow-up from MKOI is already here. Jackie's has to flash away.
Oh, that was so sexy by
Jane River. Giant X will start up the Drake immediately. At risk of being pincered here, but you can see Lot has not made his way back towards the top side, instead coming down towards this river fight.
Also no flash shot on Jackie, he will struggle heavily to approach this. He does have Lot by him.
Impale from Isma will pull Alioya across and not in time to get the bailout. Hostile takeover does hit across Giant X. Lot able to slice his way away. Jojo though still on the chase. The autos won't do enough, but Mirwin here to follow up. Jojo flashes away from Jackie's, who doesn't have a flash of his own, and with a bailout on his shoulders.
God, he just does it again.
Back to life! Super on the backline just rips them to pieces. A triple for him as MKOI destroy Giant X.
And MKOI is just styling on GX right now. Super gliding in the backline of that team.
Super has gluttonous greaves, and Giant X unfortunately seem to be celiac. They are dying to the gluten. 423. That would be quite nice. As Jojo's looking a lot. That tower not long going to survive, and now Jojo has a crystallize, forces Lot the long way around, pops the dominance once again. The flash was there for the follow-up, and the frostbite will singe his toes. Another frostbite there. In the end, he dies to Allura and the minions. Not much Lot can do when you are met by the Arctic storm. And now MKOI looking for the collapse, as well as Mirwin finds a double taunt onto Jun. The Breath of Life Impale, but Jun still goes down, and Mirwin just walks out. Isma has to Ishtal's impact, but is having none of it as MKOI find another double.
I mean, GX are just crumbling on every...
Spirit's Refuge.
Spirit's Refuge. As Super picks up 1,000 kills in the LEC. Big congrats to him.
You're crossing the T's and dotting the I's at this point. You do everything by the book. And
putting your trumpets as well.
Yeah, Giant X won't really have a way to answer, right?
Yeah. So that's going to be 4 plates taken down. Just for nothing, really. There's no... I mean, there is a cross-member series pushing out top here, trying to get wherever he can. Jojo is maybe caught out here. It's a little bit deep.
Does impact onto Jojo. Impale is available here too. Flash was out, flat from Jojo. The egg is going to get pulled back. Will MKOI over-invest in this? The Stand United bail out. They're trying to bring the egg back. But once it's gone rotten, you can't save it. TP in now. With the Ruthless Predator stun from Lot onto Super. Super is deadly low, and an Emperor's Divide puts him in the ground. Alvaro follows suit. MKOI overextend, trying to save their mid. And Giant X bite back. It's 3k gold to swing, and it's going to be more. Mirwin looking for the execute. TP's out, in fact, at the end. So he does manage to survive it, but so much expended by MKOI in lieu of
on every single front. You don't need to dive the mid lane tier 2 by yourself. Step up to get that wave. Super good by Isma to find that angle and actually punish Jojo so MKOI can focus up now, because the game is not finished yet.
It was a 4k gold swing.
Yeah, that was a huge play by GX. And
MKOI now slows down. Elioya misses the flag and drag and just dies immediately. The hostile takeover as Super tries to go in with the face call onto Alvaro. Super is dancing around this fight, but with Lot there, the Ruthless Predator, even through the bailout, Super's not going to survive. MKOI! You had it in the palm of your hand, and you have yeeted it into next week. It is destructive from Giant X and devastating for MKOI.
MKOI. What?
The good, the bad, and the ugly. It really is. It really is. And sometimes that feels like this is what MKOI's season has been. As they start up the Drake,
so
Giant X are playing for mid-tower instead.
Yeah. They cannot contest this. There's no chance. Let's see if they actually want to contest here now as they re-enter to mid, because Lot is looking for a flash stun here.
Stun onto Isma, still pretty healthy, has the cozy campfire to heal him up. Flag and drag, Cataclysm, double knock up with the breath of life. Jackie's dodges it. Lot tries to get onto the backline, but with a good hostile takeover. Jackie's stunned up once again. Stand United onto Jojo, keeps him alive, and MKOI managed to find 2 kills for the price of 1. Giant X, they got Noah out. They got Jun and Isma out, but they couldn't.
The question is, do you start Baron here? You have the Kalista. It all depends if Jojo can actually keep Isma out of this pit.
You don't have a smite.
Yeah, but you have Kalista.
Yeah, but you still don't have a smite, dude. Like, Kalista smite is very strong. Kalista by herself.
I believe in Supra's ability. I think they're using this to bait, but I think that might be a mistake. Look at how much damage you're taking here by the Baron.
No,
but Jojo, think of it.
Moderation. Mirwin going in, lands the stun onto Isma, who walks away with the cozy campfire. Noah opens up. Isma goes down the banner onto Supra. Not there in time. Still, though, MKOI with Jojo should be able to kill off Jun. No escape for the Milio as MKOI get the double onto Jojo. And it was
off GX are null and void.
Lot, what are you doing? Just well too far pushed up, and MKOI just sneak behind, double control wards, let them in
the enemy topside jungle. That's what's realistic. Now they have other ideas. They want to start and force this Baron to force a response, but Noah taking a big chunk.
But here's Jojo. Drag out Jojo there, though. Noah dashes across the wall. MKOI turn their attentions over to Jun. Good flash handshake onto Jun. Will take him down the hostile taker, but Noah has to flash away from it. Jackie's begins to open up, and Emperor's Divide gets the knockback, but MKOI continues to
in.
Oh, Lot! Oh no, my dude!
Oh, he's committing to the bit.
That TP sucked! Lot dies, surrounded by 5 of MKOI! And after throw, after throw, after throw, it's Giant X that yeet the game away.
I have many opinions on this game, Medic. I have many opinions in this game, but in the end, it is MKOI that clutches victory in the jaws of defeat, in the jaws of victory. Once again, finding themselves pushing down the nexus of GX. Jun, my little friend, you are not strong enough to hold this. It will be a 2-0 by MKOI, but I would not say it was a clean one.
Not how they wanted it to happen, but a 2-0 is a 2-0 as Jackie's tries to dive in, but the Nexus cannot be saved. It will fall. Jojo goes on a rampage, and here in Madrid, MKOI win their first series.
The trumpets and the drums maybe was what they needed to find their morale back in. Maybe like an augmenting evoker. They needed the buffs, and in the end they did not want to disappoint their fans, because all of these people in this arena has come to watch them play as they move over for the handshakes. And after a victory, I was about to say well-deserved, but a hard-earned one.
Yeah, well, I will say well-deserved. Yes. I think they're a much better team on the day.
Absolutely.
Still not perfect. And when you have Casey tomorrow and GT